Hey guys, it's Chase here on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and today, as you can see, what I have in front of you is something that a lot of you probably never thought you'd see, and not the item in particular. It's the fact that Chase bought a newer item, and that is totally unheard of. For those of you that know me, and I don't just mean from this channel, I mean like know me, like talk to me privately, or have just been a long time watcher, you'd know that I do not like newer items. I wouldn't say I necessarily, I would say, I would say I probably despise most of them. I'm a firm believer that if you took somebody that didn't know anything about animatronics or inflatables or whatever, and you showed them companies like Tekky Toys, Gemmy especially, actually, no, I can't say Seasonal Visions, because Seasonal Visions is knocking it out of the park this year. Seasonal Visions is doing a very, very good job this year, I think, and they have been for the last couple of years. But Gemmy, Tekky Toys, Magic Power, any of those companies, if you were to show them items that came out that those companies were producing like way back when, a long time ago, and then show them what they were making right now, those people would be wondering how in the heck a company that was making so many good items back in the day has reduced to all this crap. So I'm a firm believer in that. However, I think this item is a very good item for an item nowadays. And there's actually a couple items now, or those released this year, that I think is very good nowadays. But this one in particular really got my attention. And I'll kind of go to that a little bit later. But with all that aside, with me explaining the backstory and why I hate not older. Why I hate newer items, and it's a surprise I bought this, blah blah blah. This is the Tekky Toys 6-foot tall, life-size animated Graven Bones animated spellcasting witch. I just read that off the box. Is Graven Bones its actual name? I don't think so. I think that might just be the theme that they have this year. I'm just going to call this the 6-foot spellcasting witch. Yeah, this is made by Tekky Toys, which is one of my favorite companies. Gemmy will always be my favorite, but Tekky Toys is 100% the runner-up. I love Tekky Toys. They make very good items. I'd say that they were probably making better items back in the day, but the ones that they make now are very exceptional. At least this year, they've been stepping it up. They've been doing a very good job. So I do applaud Tekky Toys for putting in effort this year, because there was a lot of items this year that they did that is very good and something that you wouldn't expect nowadays. This is sold at Home Depot this year, as you can see from the box. Home Depot, I think everybody can agree, probably has the best lineup. They typically do, as far as animatronics. I could be wrong. I think the general population would probably agree that the Home Depot has the best selection this year. What was I going to say? The reason I got this item is because it reminds me so much of the one that Tekky released last year. Now, I don't know the name of that, but what I do know is this is basically the exact same thing. It just has some slight differences. Like, there's a little bit of a difference in the clothing. She's not holding a spell book, the one last year. The biggest thing that you'll notice is just the phrases. That's my biggest thing. I love the phrases that this one has, but I do like the one on the last year model a lot better. The only reason I really got into this item that I have in front of you right now is just because of the older one from last year. I would love to find that one. I don't need that one now because I have this one, but I would still love to own the older one because I just love the phrases on it. I really do. This one still has great phrases, and it's got a good voice too. It's a different voice actor, it seems like, from last year, but it's still got some great phrases. It's got a good voice. It really has a witchy type voice. The voice actor did a very, very, very good job on this. This retailed for $99. I think I paid all in all like $104 after tax. I was unaware that life sizes like nowadays don't typically go on sale until after the season. I thought there'd be something like what Spirit does. Like they'll sometimes hand out like a 10% discount or whatever on their stuff. I was kind of waiting for that. For this witch, but I talked to some friends and they're like, oh yeah, like no, none of the Home Depot stuff is going to go on sale until after the season. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I went ahead and picked it up for full price, which is not that bad of a price. I think she's probably one of the more cheaper ones this year. I don't know what the cheapest one is. This actually might be the cheapest one you can get this year. But if it's not, it's probably going to be like the clown, that small clown that everybody hates. One of us did a review on it on this channel. And then I think like the talking like pumpkin kids. Like there's these two twins that talk back and forth. But those might actually be more expensive. I don't know. But just smaller items like that might be more cheaper. But as far as like 6-foot characters, this is probably the cheapest you'll find. I'm sorry, cheapest. I'm not talking very well today. But yeah, I picked this up today. I have not really, I don't even think I've run through all of her phrases yet. I think I activated her once and I was like, yeah, I love this thing. And then I put it in front of the background right here for a review for you guys. This was actually the last one at the store that I went to. And this wasn't even my local store. One of my local stores sold. I have a very small Home Depot near me I used to work at. And they have a very small selection of stuff. So not only did they not get like all of the animatronics this year, but they also really just got one of each item, which is very disappointing because I had to drive 15 more minutes away to get this item, which is I didn't like that. So it wasn't too far, and it said online that they had 5 of these left, but I went there and they only had 1, and there wasn't any in like the overstock, like in the shelves and stuff. There wasn't anything up there, so this was the last one there, and we don't. And when I used to work at Home Depot, we wouldn't keep stuff in the back. Like everything would be out in the front, so it wasn't like there was one in the back or anything. This was the last one. And with that being said, the box was a little bit beat up, which is not that big of a deal. I don't really care. It's a newer item. As you can see, she's holding a book of spells, which is actually made of a very good material. When I saw this online, I thought it would be a very thin plastic that has like stickers on it and stuff, so I was like, it's not going to be very good. It actually is very good quality. It is made of the right material. It is made of a material that I think like a real book would be made of, at least the cover. As you can see, her clothing it's got some good detail on it. I mean, it's really just black fabric and then there's a little bit of creepy cloth draped over it, but it does have a very good effect. It gives it color. The black fabric is made of coated nylon, which is the same stuff that inflatables are made of, and with that, I think that this item would have no problem lasting outside in like a small drizzle or maybe like 5 minutes of small rain or something. Because the inflatable fabric does a good job of like having water run off and is good in the elements, I would see no reason why this item can't be used outside. And I do intend to use it outside, but when it rains, I will take it in. This item has, I think, 3 different phrases, 3 or 4, but it's definitely got at least 3. She is 6 foot tall, which is a very odd height for a witch. Usually witches are around 5 foot, so it's very bizarre for a witch to be the same height as me, from what I'm looking at right now. She's got light up eyes, mouth movement, head turn, and that's basically it with her. So without further ado, I think I'll go ahead and get up close with her so you guys can see all her details. And I'm sure there's something I'm missing that I'll kind of go over with her when I get up close. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get up close with her and show you guys what all she's got going on. Alright, so here she is up close. As you can see, she's got some great detail on her face. It is all plastic, but it's not a very thin plastic. It's actually a pretty thick and good plastic. This isn't like vacuum form or anything. It's actually a very nicely detailed and pretty, I'd say a pretty thick plastic. Here is her spell book. I don't know how many people end up showing this, but this is the spell book she's got. I didn't read all of what it has, and at first I thought these were like tears or something. That's just part of the design, because it's all smooth right there. But you can see that she's got a lot of detail in the book, which is really not needed. Like, I love it when companies will do stuff that even though you can't see it, it's still there for anybody that may be walking by or something. So you can see she's got so much on here. And again, this is really good quality. This is a very nice and smooth, flexible PVC or some sort of plastic, I think, but actually it might be vacuum form. But again, that's fine because this is going to last out in the elements, or at least it should. That's the idea. You can see she's got her sensor right here, which I know it's small, and I know that you might think her hair's covering it. It does not. This sensor works very well, and it's very well hidden too, because I was like waving my hand in front of her face and stuff, and it was still going off. I wasn't even like putting my hand in front of the sensor, but because it's like facing up, it was kind of still going off. And you can see she's got white eyes, which I love. I love it when Tekky items have their white eyes. That's just like the signature Tekky look when their items like light up white and they got like the white eyes. Along the back, you can see that she's still got the clothing draped back here. So it's not just in the front, which is very nice, but she's also got a lot of different features on her control box. But one big thing I do want to show before I get to the control box, because I'm sure some of you might want to see that, is the hat is done very correctly on this. I mean, I can't say so much for the top portion of it. Oh, actually, mine seems to have a defect right there. That's not very good. Or at least it's on the back, so it's not noticeable. But what I was saying is she's got a wire in her hat, which I know a lot of witch hats have that, but I'm talking about this is a flexible one, like one that you can bend. It's a moldable one that you can do. Posable, sorry. It is a posable wire, so that when you go to put this back in the box, you can fold it up in whatever shape you want, and it won't ruin it. You can always take it back out and then bend it back into the shape it's supposed to be. This was all in like, it looked terrible when I pulled out of the box. I was like, oh no, does it have like one of those wires in there that like is just goes bad, like the old Gemmy fortune witches? Or not fortune witch, sorry, the old Gemmy cauldron witches. No, it's not. It's all flexible, so you can bend it whatever shape you want. On the box, they didn't bend it correctly, because you can see like this is kind of going down, this is more up. You really think that for the at least for the stock photo, they do it correctly. Like I did it, somehow I did it better than what they have on the stock photo. And I'm not even trying to sell it. But again, this is what I was talking about, like with the hat up here. Yeah, you know, there's nothing really holding it up, but I don't really like it when witches' hats stick right up. I love it when their hats kind of go off to the side. I don't know why, it just looks a lot better to me in that way. And then she's got a really good and thick red material fabric up here. I don't know what it is. Oh, actually, it's like that nurse, the hospital gown type material, which that's not very good. But I will show the control box real quick. I do kind of, actually I can just turn her around and show it, I think. She's got a very accessible control box. You don't have to like lift up everything. You can just go into the back right here, because she's got a Velcro strap to where you can go in here and kind of see everything. Now, my camera is not going to pick this up because it's dark. I'll go ahead and get my phone flash out and show it. Alright, so we can see that she's got a foot pad activation, she's got an off and then an on. Here's her volume switch, which I don't even have it on all the way up, and it is still very loud. And she's also got this speaker jack right here, which I think means that you can plug in a speaker and have external audio, which is awesome. And then of course she's got the foot pad activation right there, which is what I have her on a button right now. And then she runs on, well, it's cut off, but it's 6 volts. It's cut off because I got my thing plugged in right now. And then finally down here, before my camera dies, she's got a hook and loop fastener, or for any normal person, a Velcro strap. I don't know why Tekky calls it hook and loop. I know that's like the official name for it, but I mean, come on, it's Velcro. But yeah, that's basically it up close with her. So I guess we'll go ahead and activate her. Like I said, she's got posable arms, and the wire in this is thin. The one in the spellbook is very thick, so it's a little bit difficult bending it, which is good because whatever you want to bend it in, it will stay in that shape. Same with this one, because the hand's not too heavy, but because it is thin, it's going to blow around and stuff. So it's like any normal wire that you'll find in a Gemmy collapsible item, or like any of the posable ones that Gemmy did. It's that thick wire, but this one's very, very thick. So yeah, I'll go ahead and activate her for you guys. Alright, let's go ahead and get her activated. And for once, I'm actually not using like clapping or anything like that. I'm actually using a try me button that you can find at Lowe's, I think. I got a bunch of them at Lowe's. I found them there. They're like $1, so I picked them up. But here you go.
Oh, what pretty, pretty eyes you have, my dear. Let me take them from you, just for a blue minute.
I love that wolf howl. That soundtrack is in so many old items, so it brings back good memories. And it really makes this item seem like a not really like an older item, but it's kind of like a tip of the hat to older items.
I am newt, tongue of goat, licorice root, and werewolf throat. A delicious potion for a happy Halloween! Oh, look at what we have here! A test subject for my new spell! Canis Transformore!
Yeah, so that was her last phrase. This might be a little bit of a shorter video. The newer stuff typically doesn't have that many phrases, which is unfortunate, but the phrases that she has are very good. They got a lot of sound effects and stuff, so I do like that. I will go ahead and turn off one of the lights on here so you can kind of see her eyes lighting up better. I can't even see the camera right now, but I know that my my lights are very bright, so my camera might not be picking up the lit up eyes, so there you go.
Oh, what pretty, pretty eyes you have, my dear. Let me take them from you, just for a blue minute.
I love how the head stops in the middle too. That's very nice. I mean, it's got, like I said, it's got the relays in there that do that for it, but it is very nice that it actually stops in the middle. I do like that. Come on. There it goes.
I am newt, tongue of goat, licorice root, and werewolf throat. A delicious potion for a happy Halloween.
And she's got one more phrase that I'll go ahead and activate.
Oh, look at what we have here. A test subject for my new spell, Canis Transformore.
I keep saying that's her last phrase. It's not. That's actually her first phrase, but I started off the activation part with one of her phrases I'd already gotten off. So yeah, that's really all there is to say about this and all of her activation. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this video will encourage you to pick one up. If not, please let me know what is wrong with this item, because I've had a few people say that this item completely sucks, and I just don't know why. Usually I'm the one that's saying that it's terrible, but I can't really pick out much that's wrong with this. It's just a simple, good, newer item. It's got good movement. It's got good phrases. Very good sound quality. I mean, it's at least a B+ in my book, if not an A. So yeah, that's really it. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys again next time.
Oh, what pretty, pretty eyes you have, my dear. Let me take them from you, just for a blue minute.